Another weekend, well actually it was a Thursday night, Port Adelaide versus the Crows. It was a showdown. I tipped the Crows to win before the game. I knew they were going to win because I know my club better than the coach does. So where do we start? Let's start with Connor Rosie, the captain. We all knew he injured his hamstring. It wasn't a major tear, but he was sore the week before. Any sensible coach would actually put his players first and not his own pride. But unfortunately, he decided to play an injured player. Not just one, but two. He also played a forward who's currently suffering a small injury in Todd Marshall. So let's go with his logic. Connor Rosie, sore hamstring, I'm going to play her. Todd Marshall, a bit sore, I'm still going to play her. And how did that go? It backfired. Poor coaching, poor selection. There's other bad selections in the game. But we all know Connor should have taken at least a week off. But no, he got greedy. His pride was on the line and he played Connor Rosie. He admitted it in the press conference that he shouldn't play Connor Rosie. Well, then why did you? Take some responsibility and stand down as the coach. You have made so many poor selections this year alone. People go, oh, but he's been good for Port Adelaide over the last few years. He made a few prelims with Port Adelaide. Let's be very clear. We had Voss as a coach. Without Voss, our team's crumbled. He's gone to Carlton, and look how well Carlton are doing. They were bottom 8 team, and now they're a top 8 team at least. Hinkley was not our coach. The best thing that Hinkley is this, a cardboard box. That is how useful he is as a coach. A cardboard box that sits on the bench and has no form of gameplay. It was adamant. Watch the game. Their skills were poor. They couldn't even pick up the ball. They couldn't handball. How many free kicks did they give away from holding? Like, teach your players how to tackle better, how to not hold the players, how to kick more efficiency. It was absolutely a shambles. And the Crows aren't a great team. They're a bottom 4 team. But you know what they've got? Good kicking efficiency. They have a great, I don't know who it is, but it's a great forward coach. Because they scored goals off our mistakes. They didn't win their balls. We stuffed up and gave them the ball back, opened the play for them, and then they just kicked efficiently. What was it, 5 goals straight they kicked in their first scoring shots? What was ours at the end of the game? 5 goals, 15? Come on, you're not going to win games by kicking 15 behinds and only 5 goals. So what's my other issue? Not only is our senior coach a cardboard box and should actually acknowledge it's probably time you stand down, but our forward coach is also a cardboard box. In Chad Cornflakes. Why is Chad Cornflakes our forward coach? The guy never played well as a forward. He was a half-back. But he's our forward coach. Chad Cornflakes. Like, honestly, it's just simple stuff. We've got the team. We've got enough talent to be a top 8 team. But our coaching staff is a bottom 4 team. Cornflakes, cardboard box Hinkley. Guys, come on, lift your game. It's basic skill areas. And everyone, skill areas. Now let's talk about selections. Darcy Fogarty, he's a good player. He's not a star player, but he's good. He kicked 2 first scoring shots, I think was his, with 2 goals. All right? Why did he score 2 goals? Because Hinkley decided to put Lachie Jones on him. Watch my previous videos. I've said it. Lachie Jones needs to go back to the reserves. I said it week after week. I don't know how Lachie Jones keeps getting a game. And then what does he do? What does he do to make Lachie Jones's A-grade level even worse? He plays him as a small forward on a big forward, and he got absolutely outmarked, outclassed. And we were 2 goals down. That is poor coaching. You don't put someone like Lachie Jones on Darcy Fogarty. And then later on, he does a switch up. Then he puts Radigalia on Darcy Fogarty. Come on, that's basic coaching. How much does this guy get paid as a coach? You know what he's good for? What he did before coaching. Selling cars. That's what Hinkley was. He was a car salesman. And we all know what car salesmen are like. They're all a perception. They're all deceitful. And that, to me, that's the game that I was watching. A deceitful Port Adelaide. We play like a bottom 4 team against another bottom 4 team. The Crows kicked 80 points on us. That's not a strong win, 80 points. Our kicking efficiency lost us that game. What did Marshall do? What did Georgiades do? Dixon was average. Who stood up? In that last quarter? The number 1 draft pick, once again. Jason Horne-Francis. Kicked 2 goals as a midfielder? He kicked more goals, half the goals, than the rest of our forwards put together. Come on, if you've got... Jason is putting his heart out there. He's playing hard. But our forward, you guys need to be kicking 2-3 goals each a game. And then Georgiades, I think, is injured. Marshall's probably injured. Poor selections, poor matching, poor skills. You're going to be a bottom 4 team if you can't coach basic skills. It was a shambles. And then you had players like Butters. Butters is a gun. Don't get me wrong. Where are you, Butters? He's a gun. But he can't do everything on his own. He's taking on 6-7 players, and then he's like this. Oh, what am I going to do with the ball? Holding the ball. Last week, people going on about Jace Bird going, oh, Jace, I played the best game. He did all right. But when he marked that ball 30 metres out, I had friends over. I said, he's going to miss this. I put $50, he's going to miss this. Because he's not a star A-grade player. He's a B-grader at best. He just doesn't get marked as much. He's got a lot of room to move around. Jace Burgoyne, B grade. McEntee, B grade. Lockie Jones, B grade. Jackson Mead, B grade. It is so frustrating because we missed Aaliyah. That wouldn't have made a difference. We probably wouldn't maybe not have let as many goals through. But our skills were just terrible. Just giving the ball back to him. Holding, free kicks. You guys get paid how much? $500,000 each a year, and you don't even know how to handball. You don't even know, and when they get the ball, they handball it to a player on pressure. They don't use their eyes. They don't look up before they kick it. Watch the game. We had so many inside 50s, but to what? Not leading players. Players that were in contested marking contests. Shocking game. We've got Geelong next week. I think in Geelong. Mate, that's going to be a 100-point loss. Surely, if you're playing like you did on Thursday night, you're going to lose by 100 points. Connor Rosie, don't play him this week. Just rest him. Aaliyah will be back. I'm not sure about Marshall and Georgiades, if they're playing or not. But come on. Cardboard box Hinkley, stand down, please. Just, even if it's for a couple of weeks, just say, look, I need some time off. I don't know how to coach. I just know how to sit on the sideline. The only thing he probably knows, I'd say, is the difference between a Coke and a Coke Zero. That's probably the best that he probably can contribute on the field. Now, I did say if we're going to lose to the Crows, I was going to eat a chili. And I'm going to go with that, with my word. So, Crows, well done. Your forward line absolutely took advantage of that. Like when you bet Carlton a few weeks back. Your kicking efficiency, excellent. Ours, absolutely shambles. We need a new forward coach, not a box of cornflakes. I'll see you all in my next video.